But before she puts in her application to join Reform UK, and I very much welcome her doing so.
As for his invitation to join his party, of whom there appear to be hardly any over there, let me tell him.
Yes, we're heading off to the House of Commons today, where we're going to watch the performative cruelty of the Labour Party as they now shift more and more to sound like the Reform UK Party as they start their white paper, so to speak, on how they're going to be even more crueler to asylum seekers. And as you can see the picture here, we have the prize Munter ex-Tory and now Reform UK MP Danny Kruger to ask a very interesting well, it wasn't a question, more like a statement, but what he had to say was quite true.
Speaker, I welcome the rhetoric that the Home Secretary has announced. In fact, I recognise the rhetoric of the Home Secretary today. We have our plan for restoring justice. She has announced a plan to restore order and control. But before she puts in her application to join Reform UK, and I very much welcome her doing so, can I just draw out the difference? Can I draw out the difference between our parties? Unlike the government, Madam Deputy Speaker, we don't propose to give illegal immigrants the right to stay here for 2.5 years after arriving. We don't propose to give them the right to study and work here. We don't propose to allow them to bring their families here. And crucially, Madam Deputy Speaker, we're not going to contort our law to comply with, or to fit into the European Convention on Human Rights. The derogations that she announces will not work to stop the lawfare, just as the derogations announced in the Rwanda bill wouldn't have stopped the lawfare, which is why I opposed that bill as well. So she talks about, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'm great.
I don't think there was a question in there, Madam Deputy Speaker. As for his invitation to join his party, of whom there appear to be hardly any over there, let me tell him, over my dead body.
Look at that face, you absolute cretin, Kruger. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I agree with Danny Kruger. They do sound more and more like Reform nowadays. How bad has it got to be now that the Reform UK now is now wagging the dog, you could say? Yes, it seems to me that now Reform UK are now running the government. It seems to me that Nigel Farage is the Prime Minister, basically. Whatever he says and does goes. And now you've got to the point where they've shifted the Overton window to a point where you get the feeling that Labour Party is starting to sound like a fascist party. Unbelievable. You know, the Party for the Workers now sounding like Reform UK. Who'd have thunk it, you know? And how did Reform vote when it came to the Employment Rights Bill? Yes, they voted against it. You know, better workers' protection for workers, you could say. So now we're in a situation where we have a Labour Party that sounds more and more like Reform, and it's now pretty much certain now that when you get to a point where you have the likes of Tommy Ten Names, racist Rupert, and the likes of Reform UK absolutely applauding the rhetoric that you're using and a policy that you're trying to push, maybe this Labour Party is quite possibly dead then. Interesting, eh? But what do you guys think? Let me know down below, and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.